Hello everyone. In the previous class, we have discussed about data sources and creation of transform map. So we have done field mapping as well by using three methods, which is auto map matching fields, mapping assist, and the field level mapping as well. So we are done with the creation of data source and creation of transform map. So in transform maps, we have one more topic, which is transform map scripts. So let us go through that topic today. So basically, this is the procedure of transform maps. So as we have discussed in the previous class, external data source could be anything. So we will have a staging import set table when we load the records. So while using transform map, we will give the target table and we will update as per the field mapping. That's how the process will work in the transform map. So when it comes to the transform maps, we can do scripting. So in that scripting, we would have some variables. So which are like source, target, map, log, action, ignore, and etc. So source is like the import set table name. Whatever the data we are uploading into service now, that would become source. And the target is in the whatever the table we set as target in transform map, that will be target. So map is the glide record object which created because of the transform map. So log, to log any message, you will use this log. Action is like whether it can be insert or update. So that is the meaning of action. So ignore error. So if any row is ignored, what should happen? Though that's how we do use this variable name. And error message, status message, these as well. So to show any message, you will utilize these variables in transform app scripting. So in transform app scripting, basically there are three types. One is explicit transform map scripting. So when you come to the transform map, so here you will have one option called run script. So when you activate it, so this would be, as the script part will be enabled. So whatever the script you do here, that will be called as explicit transform map scripting. So and field map scripting is there, and transformation event scripts are there. So field map scripting in the sense, so when you open any field, for example, I'll open this. So if you see here, this is the field map, right? So you will have one option here, use source script. For example, if I activate it, you will get an source script option here. So you can script here. This is nothing but field map scripting. And the last one is transformation event scripts. So if you see this transform scripts, so when you click on new, you'll get multiple options here. Let us see. So there are multiple options which are present here: on after, on before, on choice, create, on complete, on foreign insert, on reject, and on start. Let us go through these transformation scripts. Let us see what are all there. So as I was showing these types, so if you remember business rules, we do have on before, on after, like that, right? So on before is like before the record gets inserted into database. On after is record get inserted into database. That's how the difference is, right? So in the similar manner, here if you observe what is the meaning of on start, on start event script processed at the start of the import run before any data rows are read, in the sense before the transformation starts. So I mean the data is not going to insert into service now. So I like when it is going to, so when it is ready to get inserted into database, before that if we wanted to run any script, we can do this on start. So on complete is like after all the rows are transformed to service now. Then if you wanted to run any script, that would be on complete. So on this on start and on complete will run only once in the entire transformation. Okay. So on before, on after is like it will run for each and every record. So this is our data, right? If you remember. So five records are there. So for each and every record, this on before and on after will run. So if you observe this, the on before event script is processed at the start of the row transformation before the source row is transformed into target row. Here, end of the row transformation. So in the sense, row transformation in the sense, for each and every record, this on before and on after script will run. So if you want to validate anything for each and every record, so you can use this on before, on after scripts in the transformation event scripts. So there are a few more, which is on foreign insert. So on foreign insert is like, so now if in this data we are filling up something called caller field. So if you go to your source table here, which is our target table in this scenario, so caller is the reference field if you observe. Okay. So when I give the name, Sean Tate, Broad Hardin, these are the existing users which are present in service now. So for example, I will say sample user, which is not present in the service now. So when I upload this data, what will happen is it will get inserted. This user will get inserted into user table. Actually, our target table is source table, but here as we are having caller as reference field, so when this sample user will get inserted into user table, so then it will become foreign insert. So you when the target table is different, but you are inserting some other table data, then it will become foreign insert. So that is nothing but on foreign insert. In the similar way, on choice create. So when you are going to create any choice which is not existed in that choice field, so that will be on choice create. So if you wanted to run any script for that, you can run. So on reject, the last one is on reject is the occurrence of a foreign recorder choice creation. So when you have written some script for on foreign insert or on choice create, but it is failed. So in that case, on reject will get initiated. So then this on reject script will get triggered. So that is what the meaning of these transformation event scripts. So let us see in a flow diagram how this transformation event scripts will run. So initially, as I said, on start and on complete will run only once in entire transformation. So run once at the start of the transform process. When you click on transform, immediately this on start script will run. So whatever the script is presented there, that will run. So once that is done, so it will start the row transformation. So like for example, you are having 5 records here, right? So each and every record will get start inserted into ServiceNow database, inserted or update, whatever it is. If the number field is already there, it will get updated. If it is not there, it will get inserted. So based on that, so if you write any script for on before, so before any record get inserted into database, if you want any validation, you can write on before transformation event script. So the source record will get into target record. So once that row transformation is done, for a single record I'm saying. So on before and on start on before and on after for single record. Okay. So once that row got transformed, on after script will run. So likewise, 5 rows are there in this example. So if all 5 rows got transformed, then on complete script will run. So as I said, on start and on complete will run only once. Once that row transformation is done, on complete will run. Meanwhile, if you have any on foreign insert and on choice create. So as I have given the example, so if you are updating, if you are creating any new record in some other table which is not present in the target table. So here in this example, our target table is source, but we are going to create a record in user table. So that will become on foreign insert. So so when a record is going to get created, before that on foreign insert will run. See, run before a reference record is created. Okay. So before creating only this on foreign insert will run. So in the similar manner, on choice create as well. So run before a new choice list entry is created. So when you give any new entry which is not existing in that particular field, so that is going to run. So this is how, and the last one is on reject. So if either on foreign insert or on choice create failed, then on reject script will run. Once this all process is done, on complete will run. That's how this transformation event scripts will run. So let us see a demo how these all work. So first let us go to the explicit script. So we will try one explicit transform script. So if you take this data, here we are updating category. So what my case scenario is, if category is network, I should update the subcategory by using transformation script. So what I will do is, I will go to my transform app. I will open my transform app. So this is my transform app. Okay. So here I do have explicit scripting option. So what I will do is, I said if category is network, then I should update some subcategory. So I'll open one record. I'll see which subcategory I wanted to populate. So if category is network, I wanted to select subcategories which, for example, in this scenario. So now what I will do is, if source dot u underscore category. How would I know this u and what is the field name of source? So if you remember, we have one table u underscore demo source. We already uploaded the data once, right? We will see that, and you can open one record in that. So if you open the record, you will get the field name of that. So if you right click, you will get that u underscore category. What I will do is, source dot u underscore category equal to network. Then what I want to do is, target dot subcategory underscore subcategory becomes switch. So what will happen here? So for every row, see, if you see the script transform row, so for every transform row, this script will run. So if any of the rows is having category as network, then the target related record subcategory will become switch. That's how this script will work. So for now, I'm just saving it. Let us see once we upload the data. So this is one case scenario, which is for explicit transform script. Okay. So now the next one is field map scripting. So what I will do is, here I am having the description field, right? So I wanted this description in capital letters in my target table. So what I will do is, I will use transform field map scripting. So I will open this. I have already opened it, right? So I'll use source script. So instead of this, what I will do is return. I'll just use this source. You are having only one object here, source only. So source u underscore desc. So description field name is desc here. That's how we have configured, right? So u underscore desc dot to uppercase, I will say. So in JavaScript we do use uppercase like this. So now what will happen is, so if source the whatever the description is present, it will show in the uppercase letters in my target table. So I'll just save it. So if I refresh here, it would get updated. Source field will be script. So that is meaning of this field map scripting. So one more is there. So caller is there. I'll open this, because I'm talking about on foreign insert, right? So before that, you need to make sure that, so for choice fields and reference field, you will be having one option called choice action. So if any choice action, in the sense, if any new record, so which is not present in the service now. For example, in this scenario, I'm taking sample user, is there it is not present in service now, and am choice is not present in service now. So for caller, what I wanted to do is, I wanted to create a record. So when a new user is coming up, I just wanted to create. So I'll make this choice action is create. So if it is ignore, what will happen is there, that caller value will get ignored, but row will get transformed. Okay. So if you say reject, that entire row will get rejected. Entire row will get rejected, in the sense, entire row will not get inserted into service now. That is the meaning of reject. When it comes to ignore, that field will not get inserted simply. For example, this data is there, right? So when I said ignore, this caller field will not be inserted because that is not present in service now. When you select choice as ignore, but when you select choice action is reject, this entire row will not get inserted if it is not present in service now. That is the meaning of this caller. Now what I will do is, on caller field I will write a on foreign script. So I'll use this on choice create. So when it is created, then only I can run on choice on foreign insert script, right? So for now let it be. I'm just closing it. Now I will come to category. Category is also a field name, choice action, right? So now what I will do is, if any new choice gets created, I mean if new choice gets inserted, I just wanted to ignore that. I mean I just make this system to ignore that. So I'm selecting choice action is ignore. So when any category which is not present in that particular table, I'm just going to ignore it. So that is why I'm just selecting choice action as ignore. So I'll just save it. Okay, done. So we are done with explicit transform scripting and field map scripting, and we have worked on this reference field and choice field as well. Now let us create one transform scripts. So I'll make it as duplicate. So I'll click on new. I'll click on new transform script. So here you will get all the options, right? So for this scenario, I'm just using this on foreign insert. So now what I will do is, so when any new caller gets created, what I want to do is, I wanted to update that record email ID. Okay, that is what my requirement. So here what is happening, we are just giving the caller name, right? So when it gets inserted into user table, it won't be having anything except name. So when it is getting created, I wanted to update the email. So when this foreign record or foreign insert happens, this name only will come if you don't write any script. But at the same time, what I wanted to use, I wanted to update some fields in the user table. So I'm using this on foreign insert script. So for that, what I have done is, I have created an event which is called user update. So any foreign insert happened, I will trigger one event, gs.event queue. My event name is user update, and the source is the glide record. And I will pass an event. I will pass a, what is this, parameter, source dot u underscore caller. So I'm just passing one parameter here. So on foreign insert, I'll just save it. So before that, I'll log one message. So we are triggering an event, right? So when we are triggering an event, what I will do is, I will write one script which is script action. I'm sorry. So I have written that script action as well. So if you see the script action, what I'm doing is, when this event gets triggered, I'm just glide recording the user table, and I'm checking the name with parameter one which is passed there. So what I will do is, gr.email equal to gr.name and @gmail.com. Just adding the tag. So if I open any user record, so I'll update one more field as well. So I will say title. Okay, I'll update this title. Let's see. gr dot title. I'll say manager. I'm just doing hard code. So I will save it. So now we are done with the scripting part. So what we have done is, we have created one explicit scripting. We have created one field map scripting, which is the description to capital letters. And the thing is, we have created one transformation event script, that is on foreign insert. What we am doing is, whenever any foreign insert is created, I'm just creating I created an event, I'm just triggering that event. So when that event gets triggered, what will happen is, this script action will run, which I have created. So in that script action, we are updating email and title. So let us see whether it will work or not. Now I will go to my data source. I'll just remove this. I will update this. So in user table, the sample user is not present. If you see as of now, sample user is not present. Okay. So now let us see what will happen. I'm done with the file loading. So now I will load the records, load all records. So records got inserted. Now I will run the transform. When I run the transform, this selected transform, because we for this data source we do have only one transform map, right? So that transform map will show you here. So if you have multiple, you need to select what is the transform map which needs to be run. So when you select that, you just click the transform. So if you see transform history here, see total 5, inserts 5. Okay. So when I click this, let us see the source table. As of now, 13 records are there, right? Okay. So if you see the description, it worked. How it they all here, if you see this, it is in the small letters, right? It is mixed of small and capital. But if you see everything description has came in capital, so field map scripting worked. So and if you see this category network, it is showing subcategories switch. So in the sense, field map scripting also worked. So not the field map scripting, I'm sorry, what is that? Yep, explicit. In the explicit scripting, we have done that, right? Category is network, subcategory should be switch. So that is also worked. So one more thing, what is this? Sample user. We got this sample user, right? Let us see whether it worked or not. Yep. See, first name sample, last name user, title manager, email is updated with that username and at the rate gmail.com. So means on Foreigninsert also worked. So that is how we do use this transform apps and data sources to update any records. So when you are updating in bulk, you may need to make changes manually sometimes. So to avoid this, you can use this three scripting parts in transform apps, so that your work will become easy. So this is how uh, we have the scenarios in this. So in the similar manner, we have on foreign insert, on choice create also we can use this type of scripting. So reminding the scripting is same. Based on the scenario, you need to use this on, after, on, before, whatever is required. So in this case scenario, we have used on foreign insert.